Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to Radio Leven 372, the podcast from West Dumbartonshire, based in the Dumbuckety Scourie, Dumbarton's premier pub shed. And how are we all doing? Are we all well out there? Well, with the best will in the world, I can put it off no longer. It's time to introduce my co-host, Mrs. Rowan. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. A bit painful today.
A bit painful
Yeah,
today?
I've got a stiff neck.
A stiff neck?
Yeah, it must have been the way I was lying last night.
It's a brass neck you've got. I don't know about a stiff neck.
No, it's it. Oh, I can't turn round to left.
Well, if you keep doing that, nobody's going to be able to hear you, so you need to be careful. So anyway, apart from your stiff neck, anything else stiff that's taken your attention this weekend?
No, unfortunately not.
No, I didn't think so.
No, just a quiet weekend.
Indeed. So
Yeah.
what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I thought we would talk about some pub food.
Pub food? I like
Yes.
pub food.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well,
yeah.
it's been a while though.
Well, hopefully it won't be too long before we're back there.
Yeah, that will never
Yeah.
happen. But anyway, not to worry.
Yeah.
But the guys at the Scourie, our pub sponsors, they've got a cracking menu. And
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now.
yeah,
It's-
they gave us a copy. In fact,
Yeah.
we've been looking at it for a couple of days now, just to have a wee think about what they do, and maybe we'll order something.
Yeah, and there's a few starters I see.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, they've got a few.
So soup. What's the homemade soup of the day?
Well, it usually says on the chalkboard what the homemade soup of the day is, but the chalkboard doesn't actually say that. It's actually got a political message on it. But anyway, do you know?
Well, I've got a pan of lentil soup on the go at the moment.
Have you now?
Yes, and
Right.
it'll be ready in time for opening time.
Oh, well, that'll be good. So
Oh, it's a bit too late.
that might be the soup of the day then.
Some lentil, homemade lentil. You can't whack it,
Well, no, you can't.
as
But
your
it's
mother
not.
would say.
It's not the most popular soup that pubs would serve. Do you know what that would be?
Oh, I think that might be
Well,
mushroom.
Take your time.
Tomato?
No, tomato. Yes,
soup.
tomato is the most popular soup that's served in pubs as a starter.
Right.
And that took me by surprise because I thought it would be something like lentil or
Or minestrone.
minestrone. Do you know what? I don't like soup with bits in it.
No, I'm a bit like you. I like a smooth soup
Yeah, it needs to be blitzed. Although I will take a minestrone now.
with a wee bit of croutons in it.
Oh, I like a wee bit of croutons. Yes, I like a wee bit of grit and things. The soup thing though, my recollection of soup though is when one of the first times I went out with you with your posh friends, we went to a wee pub. What was it called?
Oh, the Gateside Inn.
The Gateside Inn. Yes, that was a lovely
just
place.
outside Beath.
Yes, Beath.
Beath.
Or is it Beath?
Beath.
How do
If
you
you're
say
local,
it?
you're Beath.
Yeah, if you're normal,
If you're not
you
allowed
say
to
Beath. Yeah. Anyway, it was lovely, and I remember.
That was with Sandra and
What's his name? Mike. George. Sandra, sorry hen, we can't remember the name of your husband. Anyway.
I've had a mind block. How dreadful that. They've been married 20 odd years as well.
And you can't remember. Anyway, Keith, that's it.
Yes,
Yeah, we knew
Keith
it.
from Beath.
We knew it wasn't Mike. We weren't sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the Stella. Anywho, yes. So, do you remember that? Do you,
Yes,
what did I do?
and you got some soup,
Yes.
but you sent it back.
I did, yes.
And why did you send it back?
Because it was freezing.
I know you like your soup
It's
piping hot.
got to be boiling hot.
Hot,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do that in the work as well, because when we're in the work and I have my chicken noodle soup from Heinz, I put that in the microwave and it ends up exploding everywhere. I have it that warm. But I don't like cold soup, not at all.
No, soups in general is not my favourite thing for a starter.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily choose it unless I was starving.
Right. Okay. So what is
Yeah.
your favourite thing?
Well, I quite like mussels
You do, yes.
as a starter.
Not
Or
just
I
as
quite
a-
like them as a main course
I was
as
just
well.
going to say, but you don't
And
also.
pudding.
Yeah. Not
Three
just.
courses of mussels.
Not just the food though. You like mussels in a man.
Oh, I
noticed.
do.
Yeah. Unfortunately
Yes,
for you, that doesn't happen
unfortunately,
here.
You haven't got your pecs out today, Mr.
No. My muscles is like a knot and a thread. It's just not going to happen, is it?
Just like my embroidery.
Yeah, we'll not get into that. So that's it. It's for us too. That's what we would have as a wee starter if we go to the pub. But I see in the Scourie they've got something which is called loaded nachos. I'm just going to read this out. So it's tortilla chips stacked high with black beans. What? Salsa, pepper jack, cheese, guacamole, and sour cream.
Would you say salsa?
Yeah, what else do you say?
Salsa?
Is it a salsa? Is that not a dance?
Is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing?
It probably
Do you have
is.
salsa while you're having your
Salsa.
salsa?
Salsa, yeah.
Your
So
nachos.
I actually quite fancy that. I think that would be quite
Yeah,
nice.
it'd be tasty.
That would be
Like,
something
I'm
nice.
quite good at making guacamole.
How do you make it?
You make it with avocados.
Oh, well, of course. Waitrose.
and some chilies, etc.
That's the Bears Den in you coming out.
Oh, come on. But the other thing that kind of took my fancy actually was the panzanella.
The what?
Panzanella, does that say?
Yeah, it does say that. I
Yeah,
don't know what
baked
that is.
roasted focaccia with heirloom.
Tomatoes.
Oh, heirloom even. What are heirloom tomatoes?
I've absolutely no idea. It just sounds very. You should know that. You're from a guy.
Shallots.
Shallots. Salsa.
Shallots and salsa. Goat cheese with white balsamic reduction, olive oil and rosemary.
Yeah,
Now, that sounds very tasty.
Yeah, it just
I'm not
sounds
sure about
great.
the heirloom tomatoes, so does that mean they're old?
It could very well be, or maybe they come in a wee vine type thing.
Yeah,
you know how you
possibly.
guys are quite like that.
That's the dearest thing on the menu there.
No, it's
for a
not.
start at £9.
Yeah, £9.
For a bit of bread.
Well, aye, but it's obviously it's the skill involved. Not you're not
Seems a
sure.
bit- Seems a bit pricey.
Alrighty.
You're listening to Radio Leven 372 with Rowan and Alan, and we are talking about pub food starters. What's your favourite starter? Do you agree with us, or do you think it's something different? Give us a wee shout, give us some feedback. Anchor.fm/Radio Leven. We'd love to hear from you.
Now, main courses. They're a wee bit more challenging, I think, for pubs, because this is when they kind of turn into restaurants rather than pubs. But there are some pub staples, I think, which every pub can do and do well. So, for example, one of the things that they should be able to do well is a sandwich.
Yeah, they should, if they have some nice bread. And I see we've got some nice fillings there. We've
Where?
got a Philly cheesesteak.
Or are you talking about the scurry in general?
Oh, the scurry, or we're talking about pubs
Well,
in general?
just pubs in general.
General. I'm just trying to think what my favourite pub lunch has been. You know, out with our own pub here.
It's not our pub.
the Buckingham scurry.
So you're struggling there, aren't you? What about a ploughman's lunch?
Oh, a nice ploughman's.
Yeah, you like a ploughman's lunch,
yeah,
don't you?
and you get a bit of cheese.
The last time you had a
ham.
ploughman's lunch, he was raging.
I don't remember that. I took off his plate. And he ran away.
Boom.
We're doing
We're here all week.
no, ploughman's nice with a bit of pickle.
Yeah,
Some nice crusty breads.
That's a staple.
Yeah.
The other thing that
That reminds me of holidays actually when I was younger. A ploughman's.
Really?
That used to be
Where
a
did you
real
go?
treat.
Where did you go?
England. Yeah, we used to go to England. And do you remember used to get a mixed grill?
A mixed grill, yes.
Yes.
Now that's actually quite popular in the how to put this, the more commercially astute end of the market, shall we say?
Do you think so?
Yes, your weather. Anyway,
Well, your spoons.
Yeah, your harvesters and things like that. That seems to be a staple
You get a
in these
wee
places.
pork chop and a wee bit of steak.
A
and-
chop.
Yeah, a chop. What's wrong with a chop?
I think
Lamb chop.
a mixed grill is surely like egg, chicken, chips, a wee bit of sausage, perhaps a bit of gammon and peas.
All right. Yeah, well, I agree with the egg and the peas, but the mixed grill is the meat part.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd have a bit of mix
Yeah,
there.
there's plenty of meat there.
Is there?
Aye, always on a
Bit of
Sunday.
chicken.
Yeah,
Once a week.
if you're lucky.
Veggie the rest of the week.
So sandwiches is something that I think that a lot of pubs should be able to do. And the other popular one I think, which is really, really easy to do, and also I think there's a lot of money in it for them, is a club sandwich. So here, for example, in the Scurry, they serve a New York club at £8, which I think is okay. Now bear in mind as well, at the Scurry, I noticed that all their courses do not have any sides. That's it.
Oh, so you've got to buy your side separate.
Got to buy extra. No wonder he's got a big car.
Yeah.
That's all I really, geez, oh.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that because I think your sides should be included.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, they're only charging
Because-
£1 for bread and butter.
What, do you get one slice for that?
£6 for a portion of seasoned fries.
Yeah, so if you got your seasoned fries in the New York club, 6 plus 8, £14.
Yeah, that's alright. No, you think that's
Yeah, I
expensive?
suppose so.
It's not too bad these
The
days.
mixed
is it?
salad is 6. Whew.
Yeah, I'm not keen on mixed
I must
salad.
admit, looking at the side orders, I could quite fancy just eating the side orders.
Well, yeah, I don't know
Mini
what
corn in the cob.
I'm not really sure what the policy is on that. I don't know what that's like in many other places, but I'm sure you can, if you
But
bring
can I get 2 sides instead of a
you could if
sandwich?
you bring along a child.
Yeah.
You can have a child's menu. they can have that on the side.
Yeah.
Have you noticed as well? There's no kids stuff on that deliberately.
Yes. Well, we're about the only country that has a separate kids menu.
You've got a thing about that.
If you go abroad and everything, you don't. The kids
Going
just
abroad?
eat,
When's that going to happen? You're not allowed to leave
no,
the
the
country.
kids just eat what the adults are eating. But I noticed you've got burgers there.
I don't have burgers.
Well, the pub.
Will you stop talking in the
Sorry,
third person?
well, I keep thinking it's your pub.
But we'll be soon.
So burgers.
Yeah, you can't beat a burger. An
No,
Angus,
I know you like them.
an Angus beef burger now. That we've actually had one in the Scurry. Remember they made one for us, and we
Yes.
put it up on the Bucket of Scurry's own Instagram account, and it was lovely. So basically, you can't go wrong with a proper beef burger, a bit of cheese, nice bun, tomato sauce, slap it together, some seasoned fries. Bob's your uncle.
Now I remember when we first met, you said you like brioche buns for your
You what?
burgers.
What is a brioche bun?
Well, you had one the other night.
Oh,
It's a kind of
sweet,
sweet bun.
right? And your point?
So that's why I buy them, because
I
you
see.
like them.
I see. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But burgers aren't my favourite.
No.
I've started going to local butchers for our meat
Yeah.
at the
Tommy
moment.
Black's.
Yeah, Tommy Black's.
It's actually
or Tommy
Tommy
Smith. Mr. Smith to you and I.
We refer to episode 1 for that.
And I bought 2 beef burgers last week.
You did.
One for you and one
And
for Finlay.
there's three of us.
Yeah, but I don't like them
Yeah.
particularly. It's not my favourite thing. But I had mussels as a starter, but I would actually quite like mussels as a main meal.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't like shellfish.
In Barbell, they do mussels and skinny fries.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mussels in Glasgow are actually not too bad. They're fresh out of Iceland. They're really, really, or farm foods.
Well, we're not far from Iceland here.
No, you're as far away
Right.
from Iceland as you're ever going to get. So what about pizza? We like pizza, don't
Well,
we?
you know I love a pizza.
You do?
Yes.
What's your favourite?
Pepperoni and onion.
Pepperoni and onion.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if we take
Tin-based.
it away from the pubs, though, pizza in general, where do you like to get your pizza?
In Italy.
Do you know when we've been to Italy a few times? Actually, I was disappointed with the pizzas there. The thing about Italy, which is good, right? And restaurants and pubs and clubs ought to take note of this, is a good coffee.
Yes.
The best coffee I've ever tasted was in Venice. The wee hotel we had, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
That was
Yeah, fantastic coffee.
Absolutely, that was one of my favourite holidays. By the way, if you haven't been to Venice, if you can get to go to Venice without your muzzle on, then go, because it's a great place.
Yeah, I loved it as well.
It's really good.
Yeah.
V-
No,
very
we've had
romantic.
some nice pizzas in Italy.
Did we? Where?
Yes.
Where?
Well, in quite a few different
I
places.
don't remember it actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it was good, because when we went to Lake Garda, they were rotten.
No, but not in Lake Garda. When we went to Sorrento.
Sorrento. Well, I had a dreadful one when we were in Sorrento though. The one with I was looking for the tuna and there was no sauce on it. It was horrible. Do you remember?
Yeah, just bread and tuna.
It pretty much was. Yeah, you've
I
actually
bet.
got to specify. See, the UK pizza's different.
Yeah.
From a
it's a bit more loaded, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't put any sauce on it over in Italy. You need to tell them. Rubbish. Anyway, the best pizzas round here in Dumbarton.
Well, for takeaway pizzas, I used to love Domino's,
Oh,
but kind of gone off them a bit.
well,
and
you
they're
only
very
used to like
expensive.
Domino's because one of your Waynes worked for them.
Yeah,
That
we
was
got
the
them
only.
free.
Aye,
We got leftovers.
aye, so we did.
Yeah. I quite like, we've got a chip shop called the Silverton Chippy,
Right.
where, bizarrely enough, 2 of the boys worked there years ago.
Oh, really? There's a couple of stories in that too. But we
Oh,
can
no. Yeah, that's for another day. And they do nice pizzas.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
They do better pizzas than they do fish and chips, to be fair.
Yeah, they're nice.
I like the pizzas there.
Um,
Or Mr. Kebab.
Yeah, you can.
You can't beat a
Yeah,
Mr.
better
Kebab.
kebab.
Don't order a kebab from Mr. Kebabs though and ask for salad and sauce, because you don't get salad or sauce.
Yeah, their
How about
online
that?
booking isn't particularly good, so you've just to go via a well-known food
Oh, well,
getting one called.
other apps are available, apparently.
Yeah, but I enjoy going out for a pub lunch
You do.
or even a breakfast.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yes, breakfast, all day breakfasts. Again, the lower end of the market, shall we say. The more popular you can get breakfasts all day. What's the point in that? A breakfast is between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. After
Remember
that,
that
it's
time
brunch.
we used to like going to IKEA for a
IKEA,
breakfast?
yes,
It
or the
was
IKEA breakfast.
99 pence for
99p.
a large breakfast.
Yes,
And one time we got up very early.
crack of
We were
dawn.
the first people in the car park, and cars started parking up round about us. So
Oh.
Alan,
There's the first pints of the day getting poured in the scooty.
you were determined to get in first. So
Yes.
my claim to fame is on a Sunday morning, I was the first person to go through the doors of IKEA
In Glasgow.
And it was funny because as soon as
breakfast.
we got out of our car, everybody else started getting out of their car.
We weren't the only ones
I know.
sitting there. The good thing about the IKEA breakfast in those days, though, at 99 pence and the free refills for the coffees, you could sit there for hours. It was really good for people watching. Sadly missed.
Remember that man that we see what was on about 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh, and it took him about half an hour to sit down. by the
Yeah,
time he
there was
potted
about, he had
and-
about 18 wains.
I know.
And they were all getting one sausage each and something like that. It was dreadful to watch. Funny. You had to be there. We enjoyed it.
But you go to IKEA for your 99 pence breakfast.
Well,
and
it's
end
no
up
99 pence
spending-
anymore. It's
I know,
$3.99.
and then end up spending £30 in the shop.
And candles.
And candles.
Now, there's one
So-
thing. There's one thing that we don't do, or the guys at the Scurry don't do, and that is they don't do sweets. I don't see any sweets on the menu, and I'm okay with that because that means then that there's not going to be any wains in the pub.
Well, I'm a bit disappointed because I quite often like something sweet after a main course.
And you're more a savoury
Yes.
person at night time. If you
Well,
don't know.
yeah, but my taste
You're like-
buds are changing.
Yes.
But I do like an odd pudding. I love meringues, I love cream, I love ice cream. But one thing I'm not particularly keen on is things like chocolate fudge cake and sticky toffee pudding, things like that.
I would pass on a any sort of sweet. I would go back to the savoury if they do biscuits and
The
cheese or
cheese, yeah,
something like
wee
that. Even in a
cheese
pub, I would do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, wee cheese board, but
But
not
this,
many pubs
this
do it.
reminds me of chocolate fudge cake. My friend Jane and I went out for something to eat after work when we both worked in Glasgow many years ago. And Jane had asked for the chocolate fudge cake and cream. Hot. She wanted it hot. So when it arrived, Jane said to the young man that was serving us, "How did you heat that up?" And he said, "I heated it up in the microwave." I said, "Well, I don't want it then." And I thought, how can you tell whether it's been heated up in an oven or in a microwave?
And why did she send it back? Just because it was in
Because
a
it'd been
microwave?
heated up in a microwave.
Right, okay.
So I don't know whether she didn't want the rays or I don't know. But,
Jeez, oh.
I'm impressed that she even knew the difference.
Right, I really, I wouldn't be able to
Yes.
tell the difference whether it was heated up in a microwave or not.
No, I don't think I would
Who
either.
cares? The world's a strange place, isn't it? Really, goodness me.
Yeah.
Oh well. So sweets are not on my radar, but I tell you what I do like, and we touched on it a minute ago, is I'd like to, you round it all off, even in a pub before you go back onto the beers again, is a nice cup of coffee. Now a proper cup of coffee. Now you need to end a meal with a latte or a cappuccino. Cappuccinos are stronger, but lattes are warmer. And I like my as I say before, warm.
As you know, I don't drink coffee
No.
anymore. I'm a tea person. I'm a bit
Did you
of a
ever
tea
drink
Jenny.
coffee?
Yes, I did.
Did
when I went,
you?
only when I went out for dinner.
Right, well, we're out for dinner.
restaurants. We're in our back garden. Come on.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking
Sometimes
about.
make it
Come
seem
on
more
now.
impressive than what it is.
Have some more wine.
Yet again, I haven't had a drop of alcohol
Aye,
today.
that's right. You believe that? Believe anything?
What was I saying there before?
Coffee, you don't like coffee?
No, it gives me a bit of a sore head.
Does it? Gives you a stiff neck, doesn't
But,
it?
yeah, that's what I was stiff.
Well, back to the beginning.
So I drink tea and I drink it black.
You do?
Because years ago when I worked in a bank, we had to take it in turns to buy the milk, and everybody always forgot. So I started drinking it black, and I can't drink it with milk in it anymore.
I see.
But I can't drink a black coffee though.
No.
I have
No.
to have milk in a coffee.
But you like a dark rum and pep.
Oh yeah. Pep, you say?
Anyway, there we go. So we've rambled on long
Long
enough.
enough, yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Radio Leven 372, all about pub food. If you want to leave us a message, please do so. It's anchor.fm/Radio Leven, and we'd love to hear from you. Now, just a wee heads up, we are going to have some guests on in the very near future because we've been contacted by a few people and they'd like to be involved, and we're so excited about doing that. So a big shout out to the guys in Southern Ireland, the Drinking Carve. We look forward to having a wee chat with you guys as soon as we possibly can, and also to the people in Bearsden and Wogai. We'll be calling on you soon. So all the very best, everybody. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Right, cheers. Bye.